This island city-state has often been described as the melting pot of Southeast Asia. And as far as the food scene is concerned, the results are absolutely delicious. Welcome to Mojo Travels, and in this video, we're gonna lead you through a perfect day of eating in Singapore, focusing on the iconic dishes and foodie experiences that are not to be missed. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. We're gonna be completely honest with you, there is no good way to get a complete culinary picture of Singapore in a single day. Whether it's fashion, architecture, or business, everything that this bustling city takes on, it does well and with gusto. And that definitely goes for eating as well. From its astonishing and renowned plethora of street food options to its refined high-end dining, Singapore simply has too much to offer. But hey, we're gonna do our best. Let's dive in. And so, with that in mind, we'll recommend a simple, relatively light breakfast to start your culinary journey, beginning with kaya toast and coffee, or kopi as it's referred to locally. Kaya toast is a local favorite and go-to snack consisting of toast with butter and kaya, a spread made of coconut milk, egg, and sugar. As for your cup of kopi, be sure to familiarize yourself with the terminology before ordering. Simply asking for kopi will get you coffee with condensed milk. It's the default serving style, and definitely worth trying at least once. Just ask a local. Even in cities with a bustling high-end culinary scene, most of the best bites usually come from the unassuming local stand or vendor. Street food is the food of the people, and it's usually being made by someone who's been perfecting one or two dishes over decades. Well, in Singapore, street food thankfully gets the supreme recognition it deserves thanks to the massive popularity of food hawker centers, which can be found all across the city. For the first chapter of this edible epic, we suggest hitting up one or multiple street food hubs, sampling as many offerings as you can comfortably handle. We're gonna start with the largest such destination in all of Singapore, the Chinatown Complex Food Center, which boasts over 260 food hawker stalls. We know, it's all a bit overwhelming, isn't it? But half the fun of being here is just walking around, stopping and trying dishes from stalls that catch your attention. With that being said, we do have a few recommendations. Zhangguo Lamian Xiaolong Pao serves up delicious steamed buns. The laksa from Wuji Cooked Food is excellent, as are the offerings of Lianhe Benji clay pot rice. The biggest attraction? Liao Fan Hong Kong soya sauce chicken rice and noodle, the world's cheapest Michelin-starred restaurant, where for around $2, you can try award-winning soya sauce chicken rice. While in Chinatown, you'll also want to check out the Maxwell Road Hawker Center. Though smaller in size and more limited in terms of seating, Maxwell Road is most assuredly well worth a visit. Here, you can try another Singapore Michelin-starred food hawker stall, Tian Tian Hainanese chicken rice. And with over 100 stalls to its name, Maxwell Road has much more to offer. These foodie destinations might be among the city's most popular hawker centers, but they're definitely not without robust competition. Located off the traditional path taken by tourists, the Old Airport Road Food Center is a rather modest, no-frills space. What it lacks in decor, however, it more than makes up for in flavor and diversity. Stall highlights include Chuan Ki Satay, freshly made Chicheng Fun, Tan Bang Ota Delights, and Whitley Road Big Prawn Noodle. Last but not least is Tiong Bahru Food Market and Hawker Center. It stands out from the crowd as one of the sharpest looking of its kind, having undergone a 3-month renovation in early 2017. There is a lot to discover here. Jianbo Shui Kue, another starred stall, is considered a standout, but you can discover your own restaurant gems. As previously mentioned, Singapore is a real melting pot, and without a doubt, one of the most prominent cuisines to be found here is Indian. Making a trip to Little India is a must. The colorful neighborhood warrants a visit for the sights alone, but the food here really takes it to the next level. There are so many intriguingly delicious restaurants to choose from. Mustard is the place to go for Bengali dishes in Singapore. Quite possibly the only one. It's been called the jewel of Little India, and with good reason. The curry dish Chingri Macher Malay Curry and the fish and banana leaf Betki Macher Paturi are both worthy of your enjoyment. The Keema Matar also comes highly recommended. Whatever you order, just make sure to try one of their divine mango lassis. To finish our side trip to Little India is Banana Leaf Apollo, which is perhaps the most beloved Indian restaurant in Singapore. Here, you're likely to try some of the most complex and savory curries you've ever had the pleasure of tasting. The most iconic of the bunch? The fish head curry. But if you don't like your food to have eyes, don't worry. There is a wide selection of less starey dishes on the menu. You really can't go wrong. Singapore is one of the more expensive places you can visit in Southeast Asia. And yet, we've spent an entire day eating without ever really breaking the bank. Though it has been fun, gratifying, and decidedly delicious to eat on the cheap, there's no denying the appeal of Singapore's more upscale dining scene. So, come supper time, you're gonna want to treat yourself. Our first option for dinner is Candlenut. This Peranakan restaurant was the first of its kind to earn a Michelin star, and earn it Chef Malcolm Lee certainly has. Before coming to international attention, the now high-profile chef admits to having considered giving up in the face of adversity. Our stomachs and palates should collectively be grateful he didn't, because his food is, of course, superb. Lee serves up fresh spins on the traditional cuisine of his Peranakan heritage, which blends Chinese and Malay cooking, all the while elevating each dish to new heights of complexity, delicacy, and innovation. Our second option for dinner is Corner House, a restaurant where the flavors of the dishes are rivaled only by the beauty of the space in which it's located. Corner House lies within Singapore's Botanic Gardens, which is appropriate since rising star, chef and owner Jason Tan is a student of Gastrobotanica, the cuisine that champions the use of unexpected and often overlooked plants. Translation: he gets creative with botany to bring you new and exciting flavors and textures. Tan's edible works of art have landed Corner House on the list of the top 50 restaurants in the world. Last but not least is Open Farm Community, a restaurant and food initiative that lives up to its name. It's a farm-to-table eating establishment with almost all its ingredients sourced from within the limits of the island city-state, if not from the restaurant's very own backyard. Singapore, as a city, is known for the remarkable way in which it incorporates green space into its otherwise cutting-edge modern density. Even so, the urban farm immediately surrounding the restaurant nonetheless inspires awe. Fresh meat and seafood is sourced from around Singapore, while the veggies, herbs, and edible flowers come from the farm itself. Many restaurants prioritize local ingredients, but few show this level of commitment. The end result? Delicious dishes that will give you a whole new appreciation for where your food comes from. Of course, you can't go to Singapore without experiencing the city's famous nightlife. And when you're having a big evening out on the town, well, late-night eats are a no-brainer. You may have noticed that one of Singapore's most famous and cherished food markets was missing from the list. That's because we're saving it for later. Lau Pa Sat, located in the financial district, has long been a favorite go-to spot for those needing something tasty and satisfying, especially after dark. What sets it apart from other food markets is that it has a wonderful ambiance, in no small part thanks to the stunning architecture of the building in which it's housed. You get to eat in a big, open, airy space, and if that's too crowded, there's plenty of outdoor seating in a picturesque setting. Honestly, in terms of which stall to order from, you really can't go wrong. And on the off chance that you somehow still have room for more food at the end of your edible odyssey, or that you've got a bit of a sweet tooth, you can always end your night at the aptly named 2 a.m. Dessert Bar. This romantic late-night spot offers up a variety of mouth-watering treats and drinks that are sure to leave you satisfied and thinking sweet thoughts of your day in Singapore. With only one day in Singapore, there's only so many places you can visit, and only so much you can eat. So we know we've left off a ton of great places. A return visit is most definitely in order. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.